Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Hendersonville, Tennessee for tonight's first round playoff action between the Full Count Rhythm and the Fulton Railroaders. And it is going to be time to give out the awards for the All-Ohio Valley League recognition for both Full Count and the Fulton Railroaders. Of course, Full Count has 4 players: Gabe Jenkins, Rylan Moses, Trent Miller. Well, I thought it was 4. Should be 4. It's 3. Where Trent Miller is a pitcher, and Gabe Jenkins, Rylan Moses in the outfield. And for Fulton, infielder Thomas Kuhn, one of 4 infielders that will be recognized. Chris Freeman making the announcement. The commissioner of the league, Will Cox, is here. Right there on the right side. And Michael Dobbins being awarded. He's not on the OVL league, but he is being credited with the most strikeouts. Unfortunately, it's not accurate. Sorry for Mr. Dobbins there, but they did not total the strikeouts correctly. Ryan Sweeney finished with 47. Michael Dobbins finished with 40. That's Thomas Kuhn right there from Erskine College. He has been a very, very good player for the Fulton Railroaders for now a year and a half. He's from Grenada, Mississippi, Erskine College. And now from Full Count Rhythm, Trent Miller, former Vol State Pioneer, gets one of the 4 pitchers awards. Trent, 15 innings pitched this year. He had a 1.80 ERA in 6 outings, 4 starts. Rylan Moses, one of the best hitters in the league, hitting .366 currently from Trevecca Nazarene University. Hit his 5th home run the other night. And now Gabe Jenkins getting his All-Ohio Valley League award. He led the club in hitting .380s, 38 hits and 100 official at-bats, 28 games from the Virginia Military Institute. A dozen RBIs playing in 28 games. And if you're wondering why Kaysen Hill is not on the All-Ohio Valley League club, the only answer is that he had a whale of a last week and a half, last 8 to 10 games, collecting at least 6 of his home runs and finished the season with 9 home runs. And when the votes had to be tallied, he was having a pretty good year. He had an absolutely outstanding year once when the season ended. He did not play in the final game of the year, but I'm going to try to pull his stats up here real quick and see if I can do a quick and dirty on his last 10 days of the season. Let's go since July 9th. 1, 2, 5, 9, 13 hits in 32 at-bats, and 6 of those 9 home runs in those last, 2, 4, 6, 8 games. So the information that Josh Carmen had to get into the league office in time, and he could only enter 4 names for his own team. I don't know the 4 names that he entered. I didn't ask him. He didn't tell me. But three full count players made it. The Henderson Flash, I believe, had one. I think they had 5, 2, 3, 4. Actually, they had 4 players. The Hoptown Hoppers had 4. And one of them played 17 games and only had 62 plate appearances. So clearly at the end of the year, Cason Hill with 125 or so official or total plate appearances, ended up hitting 360. This other player hit 400, but he only had 18 hits on the season. So there's never not going to be controversy in when you make an all-star team. So that is how it ends up. But we are getting set for some baseball. The folks still getting ready. We'll come back with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups right after this break.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Welcome back to the Full Count Broadcast Network. Now it's time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup.
Rivergate starting lineups for today's Game 1 of the 2026 Ohio Valley League playoffs. It is a best of 3. And the first game being played here in Hendersonville with the number 3 seed, Full Count Rhythm, come in with a 21-15 record to take on the Fulton Railroaders, who finish in 6th place, a half a game behind the Madisonville Miners, who are currently leading Paducah at Paducah 5-0. And that is going to the bottom of the first inning. Fulton came in with a record of 11-27. And leading off is their lone representative on the All-OVL team, Thomas Kuhn. He's going to play shortstop. Chase Cameron is at first base batting second. Nick Causey playing second, batting third. Jacob Lott moving over, playing center field, hitting cleanup. Matt Herlick has normally been in that spot, and I don't know if he's left the club or he's injured, but he is not in tonight's lineup. Batting fifth, playing third base, moving across for the diamond from his normal position is Ben Kaufman. Easton Sullivan in right field, batting sixth. Evan McCarthy, new player, playing left field tonight, batting seventh. Caleb Warren in the DH spot, batting eighth. Jeremiah Bowman behind the plate, hits ninth, and on the mound for the Roaders is Luca Dickinson from Skyline College, a junior right-hander from Pacifica, California. The Railroaders coached in his second year by J.D. Willis. He's assisted by Josh Wooten, and also the general manager, Charlie Furbett, is in uniform tonight, as he is normally for the Roaders. Luca Dickinson will face the Full Count Rhythm lineup that looks like this. It's pretty typical. Cason Hill's going to lead off and play second base. Rylan Moses in center field. That's second. Gabe Jenkins, the right fielder, hitting third. And the married man, the new husband, Hudson Separulo, playing first base, hitting cleanup. Charlie Bozeman in left field, batting fifth. Ryder Blanchard is a DH, bats sixth. And Lana Rogers at shortstop, batting seventh. Jackson Zeller hits eighth, and he's behind the plate. Joel Chandler at third base, batting ninth. And Ryan Sweeney, the third-year Rhythm pitcher, is on the mound. Trevecca Trojan. And he led the league in strikeouts. He had 47 of them this year. He is a strikeout pitcher. Problem was that he's on and off the roster on the game changer stats, and if you just look at it straight up and don't look at the whole list there, you don't think to add them up and see that that's the same pitcher, but maybe it's dinged because you get taken on and off the roster. I don't really know those kinds of rules. So the same thing for him. He had 46 strikeouts for the season. Josh Carman is the head coach. He's in his 5th year, 6th year as the general manager. He's assisted by pitching coach Jimmy Gamboa. Jonah Smithson, a soon-to-be senior at Trevecca. He's a right-handed pitcher for the Trojans. And also the all-world, all-everything for the Full Count Rhythm this year, Nick Krupp will be coaching first base. Jonah Smithson will coach third for the Rhythm. Full Count comes in with a very, very good playoff record in the Ohio Valley League. Have only lost 3 games in this is now the 5th year in the league. The first 4 years, they've won 3 championships and lost in the very first year's championship to the Du Bois County Bombers, who are now toiling away in the Prospect League. Full Count 20 wins and 3 losses all time. Let me check that. I'm pretty sure that's correct. That is correct, showing on my Rhythm history little notebook that I have. Full Count now with 181 total wins in their history. And if you weren't with us at the beginning, we had the awards presented to the Full Count Rhythm and the Fulton Railroaders Rhythm or all OVL squad. Got too many sheets of paper here. I can't find what I'm looking for. Don't like to give you incorrect information. There we go. 181 wins, 92 losses in the now almost 6 years the Full Count has been in existence. Their Ohio Valley League record is much more impressive. 156 up, 62 down after a 21-15 record this year. We did get started a little bit early here tonight on the broadcast so that we could get the award presentations in. Ryland Moses, Gabe Jenkins, 2 of the 4 outfielders on the All-Ohio Valley League squad, as was put out the other day on social media and on the website. And right-hander Trenton Miller, one of 4 pitchers. Dom Davis, the catcher from Henderson Flash, had to, the other catcher that I had on top of my list ended up being elected as a designated hitter, and that's Evan Jacob from the Hoptown Hoppers. Evan Jacob was second, according to what I have viewed on Game Changer and according to my statistics that I have kept for Full Count Rhythm. Evan Jacob finished with a .386 batting average, and I got that information from Game Changer on Hoptown's stat sheet there. He had an excellent year, played in 25 games, had 32 hits. I accumulated all the players who collected 30 or more hits on the year. And there were 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 18 players in the league that collected 30 or more hits. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those, 9 of the 10 players selected are from that list. Of course, Gunnar Waldrop will have to be awarded the Offensive Player of the Year. There's no getting around that. There's got to be a mutiny if Gunnar Waldrop is not, just as it was last year with John Paul Head for Full Count Rhythm. He's showing a .395 batting average, which leads the OVL if you don't count Zach Hampton, who had a .400 batting average, but in my opinion, he did not have the requisite number of plate appearances. In JUCO baseball in the state of Tennessee, you have to have 2.7 at-bats, and I believe it's plate appearances, per game played by the team. And he had 62, and I think it's 88 for Hoptown that you'd have to have in terms of plate appearances. So Gunnar Waldrop should win the batting average title. He should win the hits title, the home run title, the RBI title, the stolen base title. He's going to need some luggage when the Henderson Flash play their first playoff game, which I believe is going to be Thursday, and they will play the winner of the Paducah Chiefs and the Madisonville Miners series that's going on at Paducah right now. But anyway, we appreciate you joining us on the Full Count Broadcast Network. The plate meeting is continuing. We're going to go ahead and take another break before we get to the national anthem. And so we will be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to Absolute Wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And Chris Freeman says, we are ready to start the playoffs here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Eddie Crittenden listening in Fulton, Kentucky, the do-it-all administrator up there for the Fulton Railroaders. Sometimes he's the broadcaster. Sometimes he is the public address announcer. But at all times, he is a Rotor fan and supporter, just like Dolores Ring is. She checked in already on our YouTube, as has Mimi, or Mary Kate actually, has checked in. Mimi and Mary Kate Separullo are here. And Mary Kate now has a daughter-in-law, Laney. Not sure if Laney is here watching her husband as he takes the field at first base. Hudson Separillo and Laney Baker got married on Saturday morning. Missed the game to travel to Paducah, but he is back for round one of the playoffs. As the Rhythm now take the field, Ryan Sweeney is stepping out on the mound for the 10th time this year, a 6th time in a starter role. The soon-to-be senior at Trevecca Nazarene. He's from Centennial High School in Franklin, Tennessee. 5'11", 180 pounds of pure bulldog out there on the mound. He will get it done. Sports management major, the son of Ed and Julie Sweeney. The proud son of Ed and Julie Sweeney for sure. Younger brother to Bryson is married to Madison. They live in Cornersville, Tennessee. He's got a Mimi in Franklin and a Nana in College Grove, Tennessee. Staying in the host home of John and Amy Smithson. I got to make some changes here real quick, folks. Got a technical issue. A computer is acting up here, and the director doesn't like it much. There we go. How's that do for you? Let me finish up Ryan Sweeney. His third year as a Rhythm player. Last year for the Rhythm, 5-0, 4 saves, 1.09 ERA. He had 41 strikeouts. That led the club for full count, and he has led 2 years in a row now the Rhythm staff. His 47 this year, 41 last year. That gives him 88. He has 124 total strikeouts in his 3 years with the full count Rhythm. Thomas Kuhn, all OVL player. There's Mary Kate and there's Mimi waving. And we are about set. And Sweeney's first pitch delivered, fouled off and out of play. There's a AAA autoglass foul ball to begin the ball game at the crack of 7-11. Our latest start on a regulation game all year long. Our game time temperature brought to you by Safeware Inc. 92 degrees, feels like 106 here in Hendersonville. As a fastball smoked in there on the outside corner to Kuhn for a called strike, and Sweeney is ahead 0-2. Kuhn playing in his 30th game of the year. He's hitting .376, on base average of .447. He has led the Rotors in hits, 44. He's second in the Ohio Valley League in that category. He's also second in the OVL in doubles with 9. He leads in least number of strikeouts among the players who have 30 or more hits. So he puts the ball in play, 18 for 20 on the base paths, tied for second on the most attempts once he gets on the bases. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They want to check down at first base, and the first check to, is that Luis Maldonado down there at first base, I believe. John Higdon is at third base. C.J. Davis, the professional, actually a sometimes minor league official. Umpire C.J. Davis, that's a strike 3 called. A slider in there for a called strike, and we've been getting the ball game with a Corson fire and security strikeout. Backward K in the books. Now the 10th strikeout of the year for Thomas Kuhn. Now Chase Cameron will step to the plate. Left-handed hitter playing first base. He swings and misses. Cameron attends Southwest Tennessee Community College from Pure, Tennessee. Hesitation and the changeup in there for a called strike as Sweeney gets ahead. Cameron playing in his 20th game of the year, hitting .270. 17 hits, 5 home runs. I believe that leads their club. Swing and a miss, and back-to-back. Corson, fire and security strikeouts from the true strikeout leader. It's now 49 on the season. Again, nothing against Fulton's Michael Dobbins. He had a really, really good year. Let's see what Mr. Dobbins' statistical accomplishments. He's not starting this game. Not sure if he's injured or not, or when he recently hit or pitched. Kazi gets one out to right center field, but Gabe Jenkins tracks it down in the gap for a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Sweeney and the full count rhythm. Just getting started here in game 1 of round 1 of the Ohio Valley League playoffs. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first.
Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network.
Tim Reese, along with Susan Reese, the director, is here tonight. Appreciate her being back after a week of ZZ duty with our 4.5-year-old granddaughter. Sloan Catherine, who you'll see a picture of later on, as she does a little bumper as we come back to the broadcast. Luka Dickinson out on the mound for his 8th start of the year. That's all the appearances he has is starts, 38 1/3 innings. The right-hander from Skyline College has allowed 36 hits, 22 runs, 19 of those are earned. 15 walks, 34 strikeouts. He has given up 6 home runs, plunked 11 batters, has a 4.46 ERA, which is about half of what the Rotors team ERA is. Team ERA of 8.16, which is last in the league. They've given up 51 home runs, which is 5th in the league. And Cason Hill is the 2nd leading home run hitter in the Ohio Valley League. Not on the Ohio Valley League all-team. Takes ball 1. Hitting .360, 9 big flies on the year. The Sanford Bulldog has had an excellent year. And if you were with me a little bit earlier, said 13 for, what did I say, 32. Right off the top of your head, Ava, or scoreboard operator, you're a numbers girl. What's What's that batting average? 13 divided by 32. Just take a guess. What do you think? Ground ball foul down to. That is a very, very good guess. An excellent guess. It's 406. She said 427. Ava, you're like a savant or something like that. You a big stat machine, are you? Homeschool. There you go. He just hired her. Attaboy. 1-2 pitch. That's grounded to short. Thomas Kuhn gobbles that one up. And the throw. Not sure if Kaysen's all right or not, but never seen him jog down to first base before. I wonder if he's got an injury. First out, retires Kaysen Hill. And now Rylan Moses will step to the plate. Moses and Hill will have a little chat. Full Count has hit 13 home runs this season off of the Railroaders. 11 of those were at Fulton as first pitch swinging. Moses fouls that one off. AAA autoglass foul ball.
That's another AAA autoglass foul ball.
Only 2 here at home. That was Gabe Jenkins and Rylan Moses. Moses hit a tank up at Paducah on Saturday night, his 5th of the year. He got his first 4 early in the season and then went through a drought and picked up his 5th home run in the final game of the regular season. Hitting .366, and he hits another ground ball to Kuhn. Kuhn, sidearm delivery, and let's see if Cameron apparently did keep his foot on the base. He had to make a stretch there. But a couple of 6-3s to begin the bottom half of the first inning. Fulton went down 1-2-3, and Luka Dickinson trying to set down the rhythm 1-2-3 in the first. Gabe Jenkins, the leading hitter on the club, stands in, hitting .380. He is 100 exactly official plate appearances. So that means he's got 38 hits if he's hitting .380. 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. If he gets an RBI here, it's going to be on his 4th home run of the year. It is fouled third baseline to the third base coach, who's not in your picture at all because he is standing. Now he's moving into the picture. Jonah hanging out over by the third base dugout. I got the 4-1-1 on why Jonah does not coach third base at Madisonville. No, at Fulton. The 1-1 misses outside. Fulton and where else? Paducah. And that's because the Rhythm are in the first base dugout, and he doesn't want to walk all the way over to third base. So that's line. This one gets over the outstretched glove of Thomas Kuhn into left field, and the team's hits leader continues. That's 39 now for Gabe Jenkins. He gets a 2-out rally started. Who's got a yard card for the new husband? Right here. Hudson Separulo stuck on 4 home runs. Oh, my wife's on a fly-killing streak. There's a ton of them up here. Change-up misses down low to Separulo, common spelling. Playing in his 26th game of the year. He's got 21 hits, 1 double, 4 home runs, hitting .273, 19 RBIs, and he pops this one up on the left side. See if Kaufman will give way to Kuhn. He will. Kuhn makes a one-handed grab in the grass for the final out of the first. No yard cards lost there, I don't think. So hello to Mimi, hello to Barbara, Ardito, and Steven. Oh, they're watching from home. I thought they were coming to the ballpark tonight. Sorry you couldn't make it. Our Anchor Transportation bus driver and his wife, loyal supporters of Full Count Rhythm Baseball. And also Vicky Maloney checked in earlier. So appreciate everybody who sent in their YouTube chats. Devin Neely also watching tonight, along with 80 or so more. All right, we got our other grandson, Eli Reese, is here. We might have to have a live performance of the bumper. I know he'll be ready to do it. Let's take a real short break, and we'll be back after we hear from the Hendersonville Firefighters Association.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm!
This is Lucy. You're listening to Fulton Count Rhythm Baseball with my compound assemblies on Fulton Count Sports Network.
She's a big sister now, little Lucy Drew Reese. There she is, holding her daddy's hand down there. I see the little pretty princess. Looks like she's got her tiara on. Full Count Ministries director on the board, Wilson Reese, our favorite son, as we are ready for some baseball here in the top of the second inning. Ryan Sweeney to face Jacob Lott, the center fielder. First pitch is wide for ball one. Lott had a good year. He's one of the 14 or so that collected 30 or more hits. He had 31. It's a foul ball. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacob hit 295 in 31 games. On base average of 431. 5 doubles, 4 home runs, 25 RBIs for the second year rotor. You on a hot streak, Suze? She is killing some flies. I'm not sure why we got a lot more tonight than we have had. Jacob from South Haven, Mississippi, attends Erskine College with Thomas Kuhn. Yeah, pitches on the outside corner. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Former Holmes Community College player. And South Haven, Mississippi, just on the other side of Memphis. 2-2 count. Sweeney struck out 2 in the top of the first. And timeout called. And C.J. Davis going to have to make a note of that. Dolores Ring says you're adorable, Lucy. She came up into the press box. She had to see her ZZ. It's been a minute. Oh, she wanted to see her grandpa too? Did her dad just leave her here? Are we babysitting now? Your dad's still here? Ben Kaufman on deck. Sweeney trying to put a lot away. Not going to do it with that pitch. We have a Full Count Ministries Full Count. Of course, Full Count Rhythm under the umbrella of Full Count Ministry. Been around since 2010. The ministry has. The Rhythm have been around since 2021. Swing and a miss and a Corson. Fire and security. Strikeout. Third of the game and a 50th of the year for Ryan Sweeney.
Third baseman, number 23, Ben Kaufman.
Ben Kaufman will come to the plate. The apparently now former Montlow State Buck. Just heard that, haven't fully verified. One of his teammates indicated that he was transferring to Columbia State. And as of yet, no coach for that squad, as Desi Ammons, coach for the last couple of years, is moving on to Lipscomb University in Nashville, which is going to be tough for Desi because he played baseball at Belmont, a rival. Ground ball to shortstop Landon Rogers, gloves that, dusts it off, and delivers it to Hudson Separulo for the second out. Landon Rogers has played an excellent shortstop this year. All his games, though, have been at Drakes Creek Park here, playing on the artificial turf. Not to say that he can't play on grass or dirt. We're going to find out tomorrow. I understand he's going to go on the trip to Fulton. And Easton Sullivan stands in. It's off the end of the bat. Ryan Sweeney is going to glove that. He's going to take it himself for a 1U. And another 1-2-3 inning for Sweeney. What's he got? 19 pitches in 2 innings. Pretty efficient. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. If you're checking out the other score, Madisonville with a 7-0 lead now on the Paducah Chiefs. We'll take a break. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Kona Ice is here tonight, the only food truck that's here. And I don't know that you can call Kona Ice actually food. But Lucy eyeballed that on the way into the ballpark tonight. And Daddy's going to go down there and spring for some Kona Ice. They are headed out of the PB and down amongst the brethren watching tonight's ball game here. Last time we were here, we had Chick-fil-A Appreciation Night. As far as I'm concerned, it's Chick-fil-A Rivergate Appreciation Night every night we play here. They're our title sponsor. Charlie Bozeman fouls the first pitch he sees off and hits another one to the magnet out there. Thomas Kuhn, who gloves, throws across the diamond. 3 times Rhythm have tried to hit a ground ball past. Well, I guess you could say 5 times. 3 of them, they've gotten into his glove and over into the glove of the first baseman, Chase Cameron. 1 got over his glove, base hit for Gabe Jenkins. And then another one was a pop-up into his glove. Ryder Blanchard will step to the plate, the LSU Eunice Bengal, JUCO down in Louisiana. He looks at a pitch inside for ball 1. Playing in his 22nd game, hitting .262. He's got 16 hits. 1 of those left the yard. He's got 5 RBIs on the season. Dickinson delivers high for ball 2. The Rotors wearing their brown tops, gray pants, trimmed in orange, looking like the Cleveland Browns. That is off the hands right there. Ground ball over to Nick Causey, normally a third baseman, playing second base tonight and handles that one easily. 2 up, 2 down here in the second. It'll bring up Landon Rogers, 17th game. Hitting .224, 13 hits, 6 RBIs, looking for his first extra base hit of the year. He is a Trevecca Trojan, played his freshman year last year, 50 games for Trevecca at the shortstop position. Takes a slow breaking pitch in there for a called strike. Again, our home plate umpire is C.J. Davis. He's worked a couple games, I think, for the Rhythm, but just not here. He was at Madisonville, he said. I don't think I noticed that he was there. That pitch misses outside. Luis Maldonado is the first base umpire tonight, and Jonathan Higdon down at third base. All professional umpires. On deck, Jackson Zeller. It's a chopper to third. Ben Kaufman, he's got it. The throw is a late. That's a base hit. Rogers beat that out. Kaufman took a little bit too much time to unload that one. I don't know how many games that Ben has played at third base this year. Anytime I've ever seen him, he's been playing first base. But an infield single for Rogers puts another two-out runner aboard. Second hit of the ball game for full count. That'll bring up Jackson Zeller, playing in his 20th game. He's headed to Roan State after a red shirt year, and he delivers one out to right field. But Easton Sullivan standing right there makes the catch for out number three. And a carbon copy of the first inning for full count. 2 outs, a single, and then a third out will get us through 2 innings. We're scheduled for 9. It is nothing to nothing. We'll be right back.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Two games in the Ohio Valley League. Henderson and Hoptown are awaiting the results of the next 2 or 3 days. They are the first place and second place teams and received a bye in the first round of the playoffs. 3 is playing 6 and 4 is playing 5, and right now 5 is having their way with 4. Madisonville still leads 7-0 at Paducah. And Paducah has finally gotten a hit in that game. Madisonville with 5 hits, but Paducah 3 errors. Those 3 errors have led to 4 runs. 7 runs have scored, and only 3 of them were earned. Ryan Sweeney, not sure if, Zeller made the last out, so he's behind the plate. That's what caused the delay here between the bottom of the second and the top of the third. Evan McCarthy, Caleb Warren, Jeremiah Bowman due up for the Fulton Railroaders. If you don't want to send a chat on YouTube, but you still want to join the show, you can send an email to treesports@gmail.com. First pitch swinging. McCarthy, that's back deep, and back goes Jenkins, and that one leaves the yard. That looked like a regular fly ball to Gabe Jenkins, and Evan McCarthy, I believe, has just hit his first home run. Is this the first game Evan McCarthy is playing for the Roaders? That may be his first at-bat. I don't see any. No, I'm sorry. It's his 6th game, and it is his first home run of the year. The first hit of the ball game for the Roaders is a solo home run on the first pitch of the top of the 3rd inning. That is only the 2nd home run hit by Fulton against the Rhythm this year. McCarthy goes opposite field. And Caleb Warren takes ball one. Pretty good start to your playoff career. Swing and a miss on the slider. It is the second home run given up by Ryan Sweeney this year in now 31-plus innings. Came in with a 3.10 ERA, and that was ballooned because of 6 earned runs that he gave up in his last start. Now ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And pretty close pitch right there, called a ball. Ryan Sweeney last year only allowed 4 earned runs the whole year in 33 innings. Strike 3 called, a Corson fire and security strikeout. It's 4th of the game following the solo home run. For out number 1 here in the top of the 3rd. Sweeney, in his first year with the Rhythm, was the Prospect League year. Full Count had left the OVL to go into the Prospect League. Had 18 appearances that year, 2 saves. He had a 1-0 record. In 20 innings, he struck out 36 batters. 2.66 ERA as he moves Bowman off of the plate. Jeremiah from Rhodes College, hometown Ypsilanti, Michigan. Common spelling, Ypsilanti. It missed, maybe down. Mary Kate Separulo asked if we needed some raid up here. I don't know where we'd spray, Mary Kate. I have no idea. We got a fly swatter, and it's got a bunch of kills on it tonight. My wife is notching her belt. There's a slider in there for a called strike. Bowman playing in his 15th game of the year. 7 hits. He's got 3 home runs of those 7 hits. Ball 3. Bat boy, ball boy tonight. Back again is the Sleigh Dogs, Sladen Moses, youngest brother to Rylan Moses, center fielder, who's playing shaded toward right center field. That slider on the outside corner. We'll have a Full Count Ministries full count. With the top of the order, Thomas Kuhn waiting on deck. Roaders have some fans here tonight. Ball in the turf. And the first walk of the game given up by Ryan Sweeney. Now Kuhn will step to the plate. He struck out looking in his first at-bat. Thought it was ball 4, but C.J. Davis's opinion, the only one that mattered. He's the home plate umpire. Madisonville leading 7-0. They have the bases loaded, nobody out in the top of the 4th. What is going on at Paducah tonight? The number 5 seed, Madisonville, won 11 games all year. Paducah only won 14, but that's sliced out of play. Kuhn, who's used to hitting at Fulton, and they have the very short outfield wall there, 225 down the right field line, and he is very proficient at going opposite way. It looked like he was trying to drive the ball opposite way with that pitch. And Gabe Jenkins playing him straight up in right field. I might be shading a little bit more toward that right field line, but he's not. Rylan Moses, the center fielder, is shaded again well over into right center field as Ryan Sweeney makes an executive decision about that baseball. Apparently he's had it in his hand too many times, and he doesn't like it. He throws it over to the dugout. Charlie Bozen, he's playing fairly deep in left here at Drakes Creek Field number 3. It's 320 down the lines, 345 in the alleys, 370 to dead center field with a 20-foot batter's eye wall. Pitch misses outside. Zeller looked like he had a little trouble with that one. Oh, missed. We do need a pest control company to be a sponsor for sure. Swing and a miss. I'm sure Kuhn doesn't do that very often. Dolores, we did not play a train whistle for the Railroaders' home run there. Sorry about that. Runner hops off at first but does not go, and another AAA autoglass foul ball gets out of play.
That's another AAA autoglass foul ball. Return foul balls to the Merch Pavilion for a full count souvenir. Brought to you by AAA autoglass.
For the playoffs, the mercy rule is still in effect. It's a 10-run rule after 7 innings. But the extra innings rule is changed. We don't have the half inning where actually both teams will get at-bats in any extra innings. And the offensive team will start with a runner at second base. That one gets out of play as well. So it's the last batted out from the previous inning that runner will stand on second base, and then you'll play an inning straight up. Then the home team will get an at-bat and see where you are after 1 inning. If it's still tied, you move to another extra inning. Rather than played 1 extra inning game, an extra half-inning game. That was at Henderson. As Kuhn is spoiling pitches from Ryan Sweeney. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sweeney not looking probably for the strikeout here, or he probably shouldn't be. Looking for a ground ball to Kaysen Hill or Landon Rogers. Not sure how many times Thomas Kuhn has hit into a ground ball double play this year, but he does run pretty well. Tried to get it at the letters on the inside corner, and breaking pitch stays inside. A backup slider. Full count, Ministries full count. His mother, Ryan Sweeney, probably will, if she's not listening in now, she probably will be later, and she'll deliver a full count Ministries verse or verses of the game. See, the runner is going. He's not, and another swing and a miss. And, of course, in fire and security strikeout. Kuhn did not play in the game Saturday night in a not a must-win game. Well, it would have been a must-win game, actually, for Fulton if they wanted to get up to the 5th place spot. But he was, I think, away for a wedding for his sister, is what I heard. 5th strikeout of the game for Ryan Sweeney, and now 2 outs. Chase Cameron at the plate. He's also a strikeout victim. Swings at the first pitch, gets it off of the screen to the left. Evan McCarthy on the first pitch he saw out of the hand of Ryan Sweeney at the beginning of the 3rd inning. Lifted one out of here to right field just over the fence. Gabe Jenkins, the right fielder, I was surprised to see that he had turned completely around, headed toward the wall. I thought it was just going to be a medium-depth fly ball to right, but the ball just kept carrying. There is no wind here in Hendersonville at Drakes Creek Park, so I just didn't have a very good take on the swing. There's a swing and a miss. And Sweeney ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Madisonville 11-0 in the top of the 4th. That is not at all what Paducah thought was going to happen. Chase Cameron, the first baseman, swings, drives it into right field. That's down and could be extra bases. Jenkins over, will cut it off, but on his way to second is Chase Cameron, and over to third goes Jeremiah Bowman.
Second baseman, number 17, Nick Causey.
And that'll bring Nick Causey, one of the top hitters for the Rotors, to the plate. Cameron turned on that inside pitch. Second hit of the inning, both hits extra bases. Josh Carmen to come out, and he is not going to be asking for the baseball from Ryan Sweeney, I'm pretty confident. Be very surprised. Most of the time, I would say 95% of the time, the head coach asks for the baseball. But this is I'm going to give Ryan a little break. He is an assistant coach. Josh Carmen is at Trevecca, so he's known Ryan Sweeney since he's been there. They have an excellent relationship. So he's out there just to pump him up a little bit. Chase Cameron picks up his 5th double of the year. He has 18 hits, and 10 of those are extra bases, either doubles or home runs. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. That'll bring Nick Causey to the plate. Nick is headed to the University of Alabama, Huntsville, after successful career at Motlow State. Causey comes in hitting .310, playing in his 32nd game. He is one of those, I think I said 14. Like I said, 18 players who've collected 30 or more hits this year in the OVL. Big lead at second, and Sweeney comes in with the fastball, not messing around, and Causey swings and misses. Flew out to right field to end the first. I believe his dad is Todd, came up, introduced himself at a Rotors game. I believe that was back in early July. Not sure if he's here in attendance or he's, if not, I'm sure he's watching and listening. Sweeney 0-2, fouled back to the screen. Got 5 strikeouts in the first 10 batters he's faced, but he's given up a home run, a walk, and a double. And is in a bit of a jam right now. At a 0-2 count on the 3-hole hitter, Nick Causey. It is a soft little ground ball to Rogers, who throws it in the turf, gets the nice true bounce that Hudson Separulo is able to handle easily. Nice play there by Rogers to end the 3rd inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. It's time for the full count rhythm to get their old hickory steel press bats going in the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Luka Dickinson now pitching with the lead. We'll face 9, 1, and 2 in the rhythm batting order. Joel Chandler. And top of the order, Cason Hill, Rylan Moses. Got some clouds here, but not expecting any rain tonight. Is that right, meteorologist Ava Dorn? Is that what you got on your weather app? What, 15% chance of rain the rest of the night, maybe? That's what I thought. She is our clock operator, otherwise known as our scoreboard operator. Joel Chandler swings at the first pitch he sees out of the hand of Luka Dickinson. Skyline College. I don't think they make the chili, though. I don't think that's the Skyline Chili College. I'm going to guess, since he's from California, that Skyline College is in California. I did not do the research on that. Ken, do y'all have, you don't have the administrators at Skyline College? There may be somebody out there that knows. There might be some Luka Dickinson fans. Just outside. Joel Chandler playing in his 24th game of the year, hitting .293. He's got 22 hits, including 4 doubles, 2 big flies. 15 RBIs leading off here in the bottom of the third with his club down 1-0. That's a ground ball to second. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, and Nick Kazi's shot puts that one over to first base. For out number 1, he's used to throwing it across the diamond. Maybe his arm's hurt. Maybe that's why he's playing second base. I hope that's not the case. That is not his regular throw for sure. But he's played some second base this year against the Rhythm. Kaysen Hill grounded out to short in his first plate appearance. Takes first pitch inside. Hill, the Samford Bulldog, 5'11", 180 pounds. Middle Tennessee Christian High School. Taps one foul to the on-deck area. Sleigh Dog makes the play off of the screen. From Murfreesboro, Tennessee, just east of Nashville. Business management major down there in Birmingham at Samford. Brad Hill's dad lives in College Grove. Ashley Bugg, she hangs out in Murfreesboro. That's drilled out to left field, but Evan McCarthy comes on. He can't handle it. It will land in front of him. Kaysen Hill will get a one-out single. Third hit of the ball game for the Rhythm. That's his 37th hit of the year.
Number 10, Ryland Moses.
406 in his last, I believe I said 8 games. Ryland Moses, 4 RBIs up at Paducah in the 15-5 win in the final game of the regular season. He fouls that one over to the left to the Merch Pavilion. Brian's got a yard card. All right, we got a guest in the booth. That's Ken Stegall's favorite son, Brian. He's got a favorite daughter, Stephanie, too. His only 2 children. That ball's hit high and deep to right, but not enough. Brian, you didn't get it enough. You weren't really. What's the word I'm looking for? You didn't wish hard enough, I guess. Fly out to right field, and Moses is retired. He's now 0 for 2. And now 2 outs brings up Gabe Jenkins. He singled over the shortstop's head, but was stranded at first when Separulo popped out. Throw over to first. Hill is back. Again, I'm wondering if Kaysen if he's hurting somewhere. He is the leading base stealer for Full Count. 18 for 20. San where? San Bruno. Okay. Skyline College in San Bruno. Is that one AAA autoglass foul ball? And the guy's on it. I mean, that young guy, he saw it off the bat. AAA autoglass foul ball. Our bus driver from the last 3 years, Stephen Ardito with Anchor Transportation. He's been working hard the last week or so, for sure. And a fly to Milwaukee as that pitch is fouled off of home plate umpire. And immediately Jeremiah Bowman turns around to check on the home plate arbiter. And CJ's pretty tough. Not a hockey player tough, but, I mean, he's tough enough. I mean, he didn't rub it. Yeah, you're right. He didn't rub it. Gabe Jenkins with a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Appreciate the Rotors fans that have tuned in, and a swing and a miss or a foul tip into the glove. Jenkins goes down on the swing. Big strikeout for Luka Dickinson, his first of the game. And they strand another runner. It's 3 innings. The Rhythm have collected a hit, but can't get him past first base. We are a third of the way through this game, and the Rhythm trail 1-0. Be right back with the top of the 4th.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Yeah. Tim Reese along with the director, Susan Reese, on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Just checking the Madisonville schedule. 11 wins this year, and they only won 1 game by more than 10 runs. That was a 17-6 victory over Fulton at Fulton on June 30th, but it was not a mercy rule win. They scored 3 in the top of the 9th inning to go up by more than 10. Won that game 17-6. 17 runs, 10 hits. I was not there at that game, but Fulton had 6 errors in that game. And they currently lead the Paducah Chiefs 11-0, going to the top of the 5th inning. First pitch to Jacob Lott. He check swings. The third base umpire, Jonathan Higdon, says he did not go. Lott struck out to begin the 2nd inning. Ryan Sweeney back out on the mound. Delivers high and outside. Jacob Lott, Ben Kaufman, Easton Sullivan to face Sweeney here in the top of the 5th inning, or top of the 4th inning. That's well hit out to left center field. Rylan Moses on the run. And did he get it? He lost his lid and he made the catch. I knew I saw something hit the deck out there, but it was dark and it was his hat. But he had to make a shin-high running catch right out there by the Wendy's sign and the Meat Sweats sign in left center field. Put a star by that one for the first out here in the 4th. A long run for Moses, who was, again, shading right center field. Where's my yellow pencil? There it is. Ben Kaufman swings at the first pitch. Comes up empty. He grounded out to shortstop. He's a Cannon County Lion from Woodbury, Tennessee. Where is Woodbury, you say? It's in Cannon County. That's over headed toward East Tennessee. Yeah, if you get to Dunlap, you've gone too far. It's between Murfreesboro and Dunlap. 0-2 is the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Just outside. Ben, sometimes known as Bennett. Some people call him Benny. 20 home runs. I believe it was 20 right on the dot for the Motlow State Bucks. Head coach Dan McShay, who's 20 years, and he was let go this year. Just down for ball 2. He and Nick Causey were teammates for the Motlow State Bucks. They had a freshman shortstop that had a phenomenal year as well, Andrew Fulmer, who I don't know what he's going to do next year. It's fouled back off the top of the screen. I know when the Fall State Pioneers were there, and I was there for that series, not broadcasting, but just keeping the scorebook for Jim McGuire. There was a Major League scout that was there to see Andrew Fulmer. He finished the season with like 26 home runs. That's lifted down the right field line. Gabe Jenkins over. See if he's got room. It will land in the Roaders bullpen, and it will be a foul ball. Only run of the game was Evan McCarthy's first home run of the year in his 6th game. In a Rotor uniform. And I don't know where he's from. I'm not sure if Brady Davis was up giving me a little bit of intel. Former Vol State Pioneer pitcher. Another tapper at the plate. So if you're a knower of all things Evan McCarthy, feel free to send in a chat on YouTube or an email at treesports@gmail.com. Let me know anything about Evan McCarthy. Like Tommy Separillo sent an email in already. That's lined over Landon Rogers' head. That'll get into left center field. Kaufman will round first, but he'll drop the anchor there with a 1-out knock. 3rd hit of the game for Fulton. There's an excellent at-bat by Kaufman. He kept fighting off Ryan Sweeney pitches. Sweeney now up to 58 pitches. He had 19 after 2 innings. And the Roaders made him work in that 3rd inning for sure. And Ben Kaufman just had probably about a 8 or 10 pitch at-bat. Easton Sullivan tapped one back to the mound off the end of the bat. Takes a slider in there for a called strike. Raises his arms thinking it was coming inside, but curled on that inside corner for a called strike. Sullivan, an incoming freshman, he's heading to Delta State. They play in the Gulf South Conference. He's from Sharon, Tennessee, Greenfield High School. He chops this one foul. I think that's, who is the 3rd base coach tonight for the Roaders? Is that? Might be the assistant coach, Josh Wooten. I think Charlie Forbett and J.D. Willis are in the dugout. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Evan McCarthy is on deck. Rhythm looking to turn a do-dat double play. They won't. Fly ball out to center field. Rylan Moses, a little easier play. He's going to make the catch. And I don't think that camera angle gets... I'm going to have to go to the all camera for those straightaway ones. I thought I had my number 2 camera set for that center field, but nope. Maybe it did. Tupelo, Mississippi. Oh, there we go. That's what it was. Ouachita. Arkansas. Arkadelphia, Arkansas. And this is Evan McCarthy at the plate. A check swing, and he can't hold up. Thank you for that information, Sean McCarthy. Yeah, Brady Davis tried to say the name of that school, and he was reading it. It's like Okay, Brady, English is your first language, but it's not your major. As Jackson Zeller smothers a pitch outside. Uchita or something like that. Alchita, or I can't remember now what he said, but as soon as he said it, I knew what he was talking about. Washita. There's another player in the league that plays there or is headed there, but apparently he's not on the Rotors club. Ground ball to short. Rogers charges gloves, throws on the run to Separillo, about knee high. He bends down and makes the grab to retire the Rotors in the fourth. No runs, one hit, no errors, and one runner was left on base. The Tupelo, Mississippi native, I assume native, goes down. He's 1 for 2. But he is the reason the Rotors lead 1-0. Rhythm will try it again in the bottom of the fourth against Luka Dickinson.
This is Reese Snapper. You are listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network.
And there's our oldest grandson, Reese Snapka. There's little E down there. You got him a baseball. Atta boy, take it over to the Merch Pavilion. Get you a AAA Autoglass squishy ball. You only got 100 of those at the house. 6.5-year-old. He's heading to first grade here in a couple weeks. Reese Snapka headed to third grade. Third grade's easy down there in Mississippi. It's not Tupelo. It's not even One-Pelo. It is Caledonia, which is where Thomas Kuhn headed to Washita. He's leaving Erskine then. Shows Erskine on the Rotors roster. So, well, congratulations to Thomas Kuhn. See, now I'm getting all kinds of information. So you ask the people, and then they provide it for you. Hudson Separillo at the plate, popped out to the shortstop, leading off the bottom of the fourth, and he chops one over to first base, but it will go foul. Nick Krupp didn't even get to make a play over there, the all-world first base coach, because Chase Cameron came over with that glove on the right hand. Makes the snag. Hudson, the son of Tommy Separillo in Jackson and Mary Kate Separillo in Paris, Tennessee. That's another one, grounded foul. Dickinson has allowed 3 hits into 3 innings, 1 in each, but he is not allowed a runner to get to second yet. It's another pop-up, and he is testing out Kuhn. He's going to be 0 for 2 with 2 pop-ups to the shortstop. So far, married life is not agreeing with Hudson Separillo's baseball career. But that can change and will, I guarantee it. All right, so Kuhn is leaving and going to Washita as well, huh? Is Washita Baptist, are they NAIA or are they D2? Chopper to the left side. Kaufman gloves, and he throws a strike to Cameron as Bozeman is retired. Just grounded out to the shortstop, and that grounded out to the third baseman. This full count is struggling against Luka Dickinson. That'll bring up Ryder Blanchard, who grounded out to the second baseman. Squares around the bunt, takes a called strike. D2 school, Washita is? Okay. wife and I spent about 11 months in Little Rock, North Little Rock, for a little temporary duty assignment on a little small federal case called Whitewater back in 1994 and 1995. Some of you might remember that. I thought it was going to be in the history books one day, and I could tell my kids that I worked on MC 103. I think it was 103, could have been 106. Grounded to the right side, Causey, gloves, slides, and throws. And retires Blanchard, a 1-2-3 inning, put a star by that one. That was a nice play by Causey on the artificial turf. And full count goes quietly in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base as we are through 4 in this 9-inning game. And we'll come back to see what the Rotors can do in the top of the 5th.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese along with the director, Susan Reese. The regular crowd is here in the press box, the rhythm section. Ken Stegall, our official scorer from the scorer's table. Chris Freeman, our professional public address announcer, also under the scorer's table umbrella that's here. Ava, she is a freelance scoreboard operator. She runs her own program. But apparently Ken Stegall wants to hire you to operate scoreboards all around Middle Tennessee. But you can't drive yet, can you? You're only 14. You got a bike? You got a bike? You got a dad? You got a dad who's got a vehicle? He drives a big truck too, doesn't he? Big GMC. He's a GMC guy. It's a Ram. Okay. I don't know whether to Dodge or Ram. I'm not sure. I'm conflicted with that. Should I Dodge or should I Ram? Dodge or Ram? Yeah. Drive the Ram, but Dodge while you're driving it. Swing and a miss on the first pitch delivered by Ryan Sweeney to Caleb Warren. Struck out the first time he saw Sweeney today. Warren from Westminster College, or at least that's what it says on the roster, but I'm hearing that there's a lot of false information on this Fulton Railroader roster now. He's from Lexington, South Carolina. I assume that's correct. If this information is incorrect, please feel free to YouTube chat me or email tresports@gmail.com. Oh, he didn't land long enough. I mean, fly swatting. Oh, can't see out the window now. Check swing, not checked, and that is a Corson. Fire and Security strikeout. Caleb Warren wanted C.J. Davis to check down at first base. C.J. said, I saw it myself. That's the 6th Corson Fire and Security strikeout of the ball game. Second time that Warren's gone down. I don't have a front row seat for that check swing, and I might be a little bit biased. I thought he went. What do you think, Ken? We don't even have a what? Oh, yeah. Jeremiah Bowman, who walked and was stranded at third in the third, swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Madisonville Miners are putting the whooping on the Paducah Chiefs in game one. 13-0 as the Chiefs bat in the bottom of the fifth. They've got 3 innings to get back in that game. Sweeney spikes that one in the turf. If you're not familiar with Drakes Creek Field number 3 here inside the City Park in Hendersonville, artificial turf infield and the area in front of the dugouts, all artificial, but the outfield is grass. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Sweeney loves going to that slider. He'll rush it up there at about 92, 93. He was on the broadcast as we concluded the regular season at Paducah. Last couple of innings, did a great job. Swing and a miss, and another Corson Fire and Security strikeout. Saw Grant Edwards here at the ballpark. In fact, he might be down there talking to ministry president Jonathan Smithson and the ministry board president. Well, Brandon Jaggers is the president of the Full Count Ministry Board. Jonathan Smithson is the director of ministry. Grant Edwards is the vice president. That's lined into right field by Kuhn. Has struck out the first 2 times he's come to the plate. He's running down to first base like he's at Fulton. He thought Gabe Jenkins was going to throw him out at first base. Well, I guess once you're used to it, you got to play it that way. 225 feet to the right field pole at Low House Field. And Jacob Lott, who normally has been playing right field for them most games at the Rhythm, have taken them on at Fulton. He plays a deep second base. They've had, I think, Charlie Forbett told me, they've had 9 assists as the runner takes off, pitches a ball high, throw down, and the tag. And Kuhn gets underneath the tag. Picks up the stolen base. Jonathan Higdon out in the middle of the infield makes that call. Kuhn picks up his 19th stolen base of the year. Slider fouled by Chase Cameron. He's 1 for 2. Lined a double down the right field line last time he came to the plate. Look out, Paducah's got a runner at third with 2 outs. Picked up their 3rd hit of the game. Madisonville, 13 runs, 11 hits. 1-1 misses high and away. Little E has come into the press box. 6.5-year-old grandson. I don't really think I want him using that fly swatter over here on equipment, though. Swing and a miss on what would have been ball 3. Count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's 2 outs and a runner in scoring position out at second base. Rotors with a solo home run leading off the 3rd by Evan McCarthy. Bye, Eli. Hi, buddy. Grounder foul to the Rotors bullpen. Just found out we got Grandpa and ZZ duties tomorrow. What time they coming over? 'Cause I'll be getting on that Anchor Transportation bus to head up to see my buddy Eddie Crittenden tomorrow. Hoptown Hopper's probably interested in this series right here. They play the winner of this series. First game in Hoptown as that one gets by Zeller. He picks it up, throws down to first base to complete the out on the swing and a miss by Cameron. It went all the way to the backstop, and there's pretty good room behind home plate, but a good job by Jackson Zeller to hop on that quickly to get that Corson Fire and Security strikeout. The 8th of the game for Ryan Sweeney. That is now 55 strikeouts on the season. And it is Rhythm History Time, brought to you by ACS Home Builders, as night is falling here at Drake's Creek number 3. Let's see what we got. Got to pull up my Rhythm list here. Rhythm have hit how many home runs this year for Full Count?
At the top of the 5th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left.
Didn't have that ready. I wasn't ready. 43 home runs this year for the Rhythm. They are second to the Henderson Flash. Fulton finished with 38 home runs. They were third, and Hoptown with 26 home runs on the season. Full Count Rhythm not even close this year to the most home runs that they've ever hit. They've hit 51 in their very first year of existence in 2021. I say not close, 8 away, but the 43 is third best for their existence, as Lana Rogers squares the bunt, but comes up empty for strike 1. And are between the top of the 5th and bottom of the 5th, brought to you by ACS Home Builders. That's a line drive down the left field line, and it will get down. Is this Landon Rogers' first extra base hit of the year? It is a leadoff Little Debbie double to start the bottom of the 5th off of Luka Dickinson. Attaboy, Landon Rogers. His 14th hit of the year becomes his first Little Debbie double. He's a playoff guy. Now Jackson Zeller at the plate with the tying run in scoring position. Zeller had a historical game at Fulton earlier this year. Rhythm went up there to play a doubleheader, lost game 1 8-5, won game 2 8-5, and Jackson Zeller had 6 of the 8 RBIs. He and Hudson Mims, the only Rhythm players in history to collect 6 RBIs in a game. Zeller did it. That's a line drive base hit into left field. Jonas Smithson, the third base coach, will hold up Rogers. He had to wait to see if Kaufman was going to be able to catch that, but Zeller puts runners at first and third, and the Rhythm got a little something cooking with back-to-back hits, brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage. It's also Eddie Smith, Little Debbie RES Distributing. I want to say RESPECT every time I talk about RES Distributing. That stands for R. Edward Smith. Squaring around the bunt, laying it down, but it will go foul. Just Joel Chandler grounded out to second base last time. Dolores Ring says she won't be at the ball game tomorrow at Low House Field. You're going to have to take away her season tickets then. It's playoff time, Dolores. Got to quit that go-nowhere job. Stands will be packed. 0-1 count, squaring, not squaring. That's dropped into right field. No, it'll stay up long enough for Easton Sullivan. But here comes Landon Rogers, head first diving slide. The Framework Athletics first run of the game, driven in on a sac fly by Joel Chandler. And we are tied up. The leadoff double produces the Framework Athletics first run of the game. Now the top of the order, Kaysen Hill, 1 for 2. Zeller at first base, not a threat to steal. It's called strike. Had my crowd mic up for that big event right there. He'll ground it out to short and single to left. And a balk is called on Dickinson. That will send Zeller down to second base. Zeller walking off the bag. Looking at the shortstop. Now he's looking back at Nick Causey. No, it's no pitch, no balls, 2 strikes. Chopped over the head of Jonas Smithson, who is standing right in the 3/4 third base coach's box. Never understood why they didn't go ahead and draw the other line. It's just 3 sides of a rectangle there. Swing and a miss, and Hill's down on strikes for out number 2. Big strike out there by Dickinson, his second of the ball game.
Number 10, Ryland Moses.
Kaysen Hill has struck out 18 times now this year. Somebody had a yard card on Kaysen Hill. Who was that? Devin, that's a good call, but Moses waves at a changeup from Dickinson. Great first pitch for Luca. Pacifica, California. He's a long way from home. Now, the question is, do you think he drove? That's a long way to drive. That's a line drive into left center field. That should give the Rhythm a lead. Having trouble out there in center field and heading to second is Ryland Moses. Jacob Lott struggled with that. RBI single error on the center fielder that allows Moses to get to second base. And a big clutch 2-out single by Moses to give the Rhythm the lead, 2-1. That'll bring Gabe Jenkins to the plate. He's 1 for 2. So a sac fly and a 2-out single. They've put full count up here in the bottom of the 5th, and now it's time to get some more, or get some Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs. How about Gabe Jenkins just go ahead and leave the yard? Strike on the outside corner. He's got 3 bombs on the year. It's been a while, though, since he's hit one out. If only there was a way we could find out when that happened. He'd due for a home run. You want to use your yard card? My wife, the director, has not used yard cards very much this year. Pitch misses outside. You like to take them home with you and put them on the mantle. You are funny. Last home run was June 21st against Madisonville. He's almost a month. You talk about due. Come on, VMI. Let's get a crack on it. Chop to the third baseman. Kaufman gloves and a strong throw across the diamond by Kaufman. If he hadn't played much third base, he looked like a veteran right there as he retires Jenkins by about a step for the final out in the 5th. But the Rhythm take the lead with 2 runs on 3 hits. Had some Twin Oaks Storage back-to-back hits to lead off the inning. Landon Rogers and Jackson Zeller, and they came in to score. One runner was left on base. After 5 complete, the Rhythm lead 2-1. You're listening and watching the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Ryan Sweeney now on the mound, pitching with the lead. He'll face 3, 4, and 5 here in the top of the 6th inning. Rhythm have had 6 starts this year that have gone 6 or more innings. Ryan Sweeney trying to become the pitcher that throws the 7th such game. Last one was on Saturday up at Paducah. His teammate at Trevecca, Peyton Vaught, got 6 innings in, picked up the victory. First pitch he delivers, he tried to throw it through Jackson Zeller and lands it high for ball 1. Causey is 0 for 2, fly out and a ground out. Timeout called. Jackson Zeller wants to get together. 13-1 in the after 5.5 at Paducah. Paducah did score 1 run in the bottom of the 5th, and they're batting. And they've got 2 innings to at least get 3 runs to continue playing the 8th and the 9th, but they are in grave danger. What kind of danger? Grave danger of falling behind 1-0 in a 3-game series. Rhythm having a battle here with the Fulton Railroaders. Full Count is 5-2 against the Roaders this year. Have not lost in 3 games here at home in 2026 against Fulton. And Sweeney with that 1-run lead now has gone 3-0 to Nick Causey. That's in there for a called strike. Sweeney does have one of the 6+ innings. That's lifted out to right field. Gabe Jenkins back and toward the line. Has it measured and will make a waist-high catch for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. Second time that Causey is flown out to right field. He's 0 for 3. Now Jacob Lott will step to the plate, left-handed hitter. Heading to, where's he going now? AUM, Auburn University, Montgomery. And where is that? It happens to be in Montgomery, Alabama. Aptly named school. Division II school, Auburn University, Montgomery, is in the Gulf South Conference, along with Trevecca Nazarene, Lee University, Delta State, and a whole bunch of other teams. Union's in that league as well. Sweeney falling behind again to the second straight batter. Now at 86 pitches, so this will be his last inning. Gets the slider in there for a called strike. If it was up to him, he'd keep on throwing. He'd finish the game. He's a Trojan that pitches like a bulldog. Slider grounded toward the Roaders dugout. They're in the first base dugout. Game changer the other day, Ken computed no earned runs for Peyton Vaught in his 6 innings, but on paper, there was 1 earned run. Their scorekeeper is content with allowing game changer to compute earned runs. Full Count Ministries, full count to Jacob Lott with Ben Kaufman on deck. Say it again. That is to the shortstop, Rogers. A throw to Separulo, who has to dive to catch it, but keeps his toe on the bag. Hudson Separulo, 6'5". He used every inch of that, plus the, what is it, a 15-inch first baseman's mitt, 16 inches? Yeah, plus, that long cleat. Good thing he's got new cleats on. And Ryan Sweeney is not going to finish the ball game. He is at 90 pitches. Josh Carmen is out, and we're going to have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Ryan Sweeney not going to be happy that he didn't finish 6 innings. We'll take a break, though, and tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm!
This is Son Snacker. You're listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460.
Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Jim Douthit is out of the bullpen for his team-leading 16th appearance of the year. He'll come on with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 6th. The 6-foot, 190-pound left-hander. He comes in sidearm. Rising redshirt sophomore from Richmond, Virginia, St. Christopher's High School. He's an economics and business major. Son of Fielding and Gail Douthit. He's got a sister, Caroline. And grandparents, Grandpa Bill in Richmond, Virginia, and Mimi also in Richmond, Virginia. Hey, that's right where Jim lives. Staying in the host family of Matt and Ashley Blazer. And he is on for Ryan Sweeney, who goes 5 2/3 innings.
Third baseman number 23, Ben
Gives up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. It was a home run. And the ruffians out there going crazy. They may be, are they cheering for Ben Kaufman? I don't know either. Douthit, the steady left-hander, delivers a first pitch into the zone. And Landon Rogers throws on the run, and that is chest high right to Separulo. 1 pitch for Douthit, and he gets the rhythm back in the third base dugout. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We'll head to the home half of the 6th, looking for some Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Luka Dickinson still on the mound for the Rotors. In the first 5 innings, he has only delivered 59 pitches. Hudson Separulo is going to lead off for the second time in today's ball game. Separulo Charlie Bozeman and Ryder Blanchard, they are 0 for 6 in the ballgame. I'm going to say that one of those three is going to get a hit, and it might be all three. Rhythm had 5 straight hits the other night up at Paducah. We got to talk about Twin Oaks Storage a lot. They're located in White House. Sleigh Dog taking this pitch off. His on-deck batter, Charlie Bozeman, gets some steps in. Sleigh Dog taking a powder over in there in the dugout. Got a laugh out of my wife on that one. It's a win, folks. It's a win. Julie Sweeney is here in attendance. She can breathe a little bit easier. There's another pop-up. That catcher is Jeremiah Bowman, and he's going to retire Hudson Separullo. I think the problem is he's got the wedding band on. You got to take that ring off. It's probably titanium or something. You never want to bat unless you got one of those rubber wedding bands like I have on. You know, costs you $2.50. You get a bag of them for $10 from Amazon. Cheaper than a tattoo or gold. Charlie Bozeman's 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs to the left side. Charlie, let's see if you can get you something in the gap. 16 hits this year. 11 are for extra bases. He comes in hitting .271, 6 doubles, 1 triple, 4 home runs. He hit 5 last year. I say Charlie's going to get 5 this year at some point in time. The question is, will it be in this at-bat? Who's got a yard card for Charlie Bozeman, the second-year Rhythm player? Not on a 3-0. I guarantee if he's got the red light. The green light. Red light, green light. Red light, green light. Well, he didn't take it. He took it. He didn't use his green light. Okay, that's clear as mud. He's from Knoxville. Let's just tell you about where he's from. Starts to go there. Does not. The check down at first base. Luis Maldonado says no, he did not go. If you use your yard card for Charlie Bozeman, you retain it. He draws the walk. And that is the first walk of the game for Dickinson. Julie Sweeney coming with a Full Count Ministries verse of the game. She is live and in person here at Drakes Creek. She made the drive up all the way from Franklin, Tennessee. If she came during rush hour, that's not nothing. Ryder Blanchard grounded out twice to Nick Causey at second base. He's got an open hole over there between first and second. Just didn't hit it hard enough last time he was up, but Causey probably was not shaded towards second since there wasn't a runner on. Squaring around a bunt, and he's going to foul that back. And down in the count now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. I've seen more Rhythm players attempting to bunt today than I've seen in any other game. And they're doing it on their own. There are no signs being delivered to Rhythm batters. Blanchard from Chalmette, Louisiana. He's a finance major at LSU Eunice. Robert and Tiffany Blanchard, his parents. Mama and Papa and Mama, 3 grandparents, all in Chalmette, staying in the host home of Dave and Trish Lamar, but as Dickinson tried to nibble at that outside corner, does not get the call. Going to have to drink the rest of it now that you lost your top. Here you go. Use mine. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Popped up on the right side. He's going to see if Causey can catch a pop-up. Causey out in the grass, and he makes the catch for out number 2. He has been testing the Rotors' second baseman. There's Sleigh Dog. He's out working now. 10-year-old brother of Ryland Moses, the third son of Devery and Kimberly Moses. Wonder if Devery's on the road tonight. On a Monday night? No, Diamond Rio's not doing anything. That's drilled out to left field. Landon Rogers with a second hit. Third hit. He got infield singles first time up. Rogers picks up his third hit of the ball game. 6'3", 170-pound rising sophomore. He's from Memphis. His parents, Doug and Kelly, now reside in Fairview, Tennessee. And 2 are on in the bottom of the 6th. Rhythm scored 2 in the 5th, take the 2-1 lead. Rogers now with 16 hits on the season, playing his 17th game. Jackson Zeller, is he the feller that could hit a 3-run homer? He's not going to do it here. Pops this one down the right field line. Maybe a tough play for Easton Sullivan, and it's going to drop in foul territory. Zeller absolutely got jammed with that pitch by Dickinson. And a long run by Easton Sullivan, who I've seen him play everywhere. He's been behind the plate, I believe, and he's played in the infield. Not sure where he's going to play at Delta State when he gets there next month. Zeller's 1 for 2. He's singled right after Landon Rogers doubled down the left field line in the 5th inning, batting for the second time in 2 innings. See if he can get a 2-out knock like Rylan Moses did. And he takes a pitch right down the can for a called strike. After 6 complete at Paducah, it's 13-2 Madisonville Miners. The 5th seed is leading the 4th seed. Series will head to Madisonville tomorrow. Zeller fights off the 0-2 and fouls it straight back. AAA Autoglass foul ball.
AAA Autoglass foul ball. Return foul balls to the Merch Pavilion.
As long as it goes to the left of the press box, I'm okay. I don't want it to go to the right. Parked my truck behind the press box tonight. Nothing else going on here at the old ball yard. We are in a large city park here in Hendersonville. This area is a quad. It's got a softball field with artificial turf right behind this press box. A couple small baseball and softball fields on either side. This is field number 3, chopped to Jonas Smithson, who will make the play. Just wearing a pullover tonight. No uniform. Nick Krupp, he looks good down there at first base. Look at him. A rising senior at Trevecca, former Davidson Academy Bear. Assistant general manager for the Rhythm this summer, first base coach, batting practice pitcher. He's also my roadie on the road, and Zeller check swing, and he is down on strikes for out number 3. That was a nice pitch by Dickinson. He's now 79 pitches in after 6. No runs in the inning. There was 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We are 2/3 of the way through this game. And the Rhythm having a little tester with the Fulton Railroaders here tonight. We'll take a break and be right back.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Jim Douthit to begin the 7th inning. Douthit from VMI was one of 3 players came here from Virginia Military Institute. Rhythm have had other VMI players. Jack, don't call me Armstrong Thompson, who I believe was on the mound, was it 2 years ago? When the Rhythm won the championship in the Ohio Valley League at Henderson. I believe he was. And I think he's moved here to Middle Tennessee. I think he's living down in Franklin area, last I heard. Douthit will face Easton Sullivan, who swings through that fastball. Sullivan's 0 for 2. He'll be followed by Evan McCarthy and Caleb Warren. 6, 7, and 8 here in the top of the 7th inning. Game 1 of the playoffs. AAA Autoglass foul ball off to the right side. Douthit 16 innings prior to this game. He had 1 start. He's given up 15 hits, 13 runs. Only 8 of those are earned. 15 walks, but he struck out 27 in those 16 innings. He has plunked 4 batters as that ball's out to right field. Gabe Jenkins running back, and he'll make a catch running toward the wall. Sullivan put a charge in that, but it is out number 1. Douthit a 4.50 ERA. 1 and 2. He got that start. Who did he get that start against? Trying to go on memory here. I don't have enough electronic devices to be able to have that ready. First pitch to McCarthy is a strike. He driven in the only run of the game. It was himself leading off the 3rd, his first home run of the year. Ouachita Baptist, what do you think their nickname is? Ground ball to short. Lana Rogers been busy. He likes to throw on the run, and he does to Separulo. The Ouachita Baptist Skeeters is what my wife says in Arkadelphia. I don't think they're the Clintons. Clintons, of course, was well known at the time in mid-90s. Had a place in Flippin, Arkansas, up there by Ray Valley. I heard a comedian talking about, wouldn't it be awesome to be from Flippin, Arkansas? Where's your money? It's in a Flippin' bank. Best Flippin' church. There you go. Flippin, Arkansas, Whitewater Estates. Folks, if you'd have seen the house that Hillary built, you would have laughed and laughed and laughed. It was about a $40,000, looked like a shed. And there wasn't a tree to be found there. And I don't remember how many lots there were in Whitewater Estates, but lot number 7 was the very controversial one on the case that I worked. MC 103, I think it was, or 106. Major case. The Tigers. Okay, there we go. That's way gooder than the Skeeters. Up in northwest Arkansas is where Flippin is. Ball. 4-pitch walk to Caleb Warren with 2 outs. Jeremiah Bowman, the number 9 hole hitter, steps to the plate. He's walked and struck out. Scoreboard out there flashing for you, isn't it, Ava? Douthit sidearm delivery, misses outside. Jackson Zeller behind the plate, catching Jim Douthit. Charlie Bozeman's in left field, Rylan Moses in center, Gabe Jenkins in right field. Joel Chandler playing third base tonight. Landon Rogers getting a lot of work at shortstop. Slider catches the inside corner, says C.J. Davis. Kaysen Hill's at second base, and Hudson Separullo's down there at first base. Right where his daddy Tommy likes him. Done a very good job at first base defensively tonight. Hadn't done much at the plate, but all it takes for him is one big swing. Douthit nibbles at the inside corner and now nibbles at the outside corner, and he's ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is inside, gets out of the glove of Zeller, but Warren does not attempt to advance. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first. That is lined off of the top of the netting. Thomas Kuhn waiting on deck. Hustles to get that ball. Sladen doesn't cross the midpoint line there. Not on foul balls. He says, hey, that's your responsibility. That's a little poke out to shallow center field that Landon Rogers handles easily. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner was left on base, and it is a stretch time. It is time to get in rhythm with some Johnny Cash, and for the full count rhythm to look to add on some Country Financial Zach Williams insurance runs. Zach Williams located right here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Zach, the former play-by-play man here on the full count rhythm, might be listening in tonight. You hear his voice on many of these commercials. And if he's listening, he needs to chime in, and I'm sure he will right after this break. You're watching the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This is Andrew Snapka. You are listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my father-in-law, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network. Booyah!
Yeah! Okay. Booyah! Booyah!
I want to get a little spice of them. I gotta get off. I mean, I'm getting...
Tim Reese along with the director, Susan Reese. And we've been joined by the starting pitcher, Ryan Sweeney, but he's just coming up to chat with me off microphone. My wife's wearing the headset. She needs to hear it so she knows when to come in and out of commercials. But 90 pitches for the starting pitcher. But right now he's got an opportunity to pick up his 3rd victory of the year. He has never lost a game in full count rhythm history, his 3rd year, as Joel Chandler takes a home run cut, comes up empty on the breaking pitch out of the hand of Luka Dickinson, who just delivered his 80th pitch here in the 7th inning. I'm going to have to check, see what his longest outing of the year is. He gets the call on that outside corner. It might be the farthest one out that I've seen. CJ, I thought he's had a pretty good zone. Did Ryan? Oh, you still there? I thought he's had a pretty good zone today. Did you? Nice stop there by Jeremiah Bowman behind the plate. Rhythm trailing after a home run in the third, a second home run given up this year by Mr. Sweeney. Only his, his 11th earned run of the year. That is a chopper that will go foul. Joel Chandler, a sacrifice fly in the fifth inning, drove in the first run of the game. That's the Framework Athletics' first run of the game. And then 2 batters later, Rylan Moses with 2 outs drove in Jackson Zeller to give the Rhythm the 2-1 lead, and that's where we stand here in the bottom of the 7th. There's a slow hit ground ball. Kuhn gloves it right behind second. The throw in the stretch gets Chandler. Nice defensive play by the shortstop and the first baseman. Kuhn and Cameron to retire Chandler. A slowly hit ground ball, but right over the mound. Put a star by that one on both players. And now top of the lineup, Kaysen Hill is 1 for 3. Steps to the plate. Gets in front and around that one. Fouls it over to the third base coach. Paducah batting in the bottom of the 7th. Trail 13-2. They did score a run in the bottom of the 6th, but they've got to score 2 to keep that game going. Otherwise, Madisonville will pick up their first Mercy Rule win of the year. It will be their 12th win. They have beaten the Railroaders by 11, but that was not a Mercy Rule game. By contrast, I think Full Count has Mercy Ruled Madisonville 3 times this year. Breaking pitch misses outside. Rhythm 5-2 against Fulton this year. And again, 3-0 here at home, 2-2 on the road. As that will get over the press box. Another AAA autoglass. Foul ball. Now, truck's over that way. Truck's to the right. Could have bounced. Round ball, that's going to get into the hole. Kaysen Hill picks up his second hit of the ball game, and a 1-out knock puts a runner at first. Sleigh Dog, the bat boy right now.
Center fielder, number 10, Rylan Moses.
Rylan Moses, 1 for 3, stands in. He picked up his 22nd RBI of the year. Friend Jackson, I know who Greg Arias is. I've met him once. It's a question on the YouTube chat. Fran asked me, he's a broadcaster for Gallatin Green Wave football at a minimum. I think he might work, not sure if he works for WHIN radio. That is off the handle over to Kuhn. That's a Q shot. Goes to second for 1, but they can't get Moses as he grounds weakly into the fielder's choice for out number 2. And now it'll bring Gabe Jenkins to the plate.
Number 11, Gabe Jenkins.
I'm assuming you know who he is if you ask that question. He's going to be gearing up here soon. I think he's been broadcasting Gallatin high school football for a lot of years. Jenkins 1 for 3, singled in the first. Looks at a slow breaking pitch, the 92nd pitch of the game, at least according to our clock operator, Ava Dorn, the middle child of Doug and Rebecca Dorn. Been an excellent addition to the rhythm section up here in the press box all year long. Consistency. She's only missed, 3 games? 2? You think it's only been 2? Thought we had Veerkamp for a couple and Stoddard for 1. Swing and a miss, throw down, and Rylan Moses with not the prettiest slide in the world. I think he hit the bag chest first, but he picks up a century steal of second base. First stolen bag of the game for Full Count. And Moses picks up his 14th in 17 attempts. Buddy Keith Hopper, a century steal. Saw him on Sunday. He was pushing the crybaby buggy around at church. He's a server. That's what he does. They travel a good bit, too, so he's not always there. 1-2 pitch. That is fisted and over. Might be playable, out of our view. And the catch is made by Chase Cameron in the field of play. For out number 3 is Gabe Jenkins, is retired on a foul pop-up to the first baseman using our context clues here. No runs, 1 hit in the inning. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We're through 7. It is still 2-1 as Paducah is still alive, 13-3, 1 out, runner at second. We'll take a break and tell you about the new pitcher when we return on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And that's a final in Paducah, 13-3. A 7-inning mercy rule game for the Madisonville Miners, defeating the Paducah Chiefs. Rhythm, of course, on Saturday night defeated the Chiefs 15-5. We have a Hendersonville Firefighters Association call to the bullpen. Zane Brown is the third pitcher on for Full Count, a right-hander out of Belmont University. And he delivers the first pitch low to the leadoff batter, Thomas Kuhn. Big, tall right-hander out of White House High School. Cottontown, Tennessee is his hometown. 6'4", 195-pound rising senior. Gets a swing and a foul tip into the mitt. The son of Brian and Ashley Brown, his brother Barrett, is on the club with the Rhythm. And he's got a younger sister, Maura. Grandy and Nan, grandparents up in Madisonville, Kentucky. Papa and Mimi here in Hendersonville. And the count goes 2-1. Zane on for his 5th appearance of the year. It's his 3rd in relief. 15 innings, giving up 13 hits, only 2 runs, which were earned. Walked 1, struck out 18. He has plunked 1 batter. That's a slowly hit ground ball to Rogers, but third baseman Joel Chandler comes in and makes a play, but Kuhn just beats it out for his 2nd hit. A nice play by Chandler, who normally is a shortstop on the road, and he knows that position well. He came in and cut it off, which is exactly what you're supposed to do as a third baseman. If you can get it, you get it. But Kuhn picks up his 46th hit on the year, leading off the 8th. Now the tying run is at first base. He's stolen 1 bag. We'll see if he is off with Chase Cameron at the plate, who's 1 for 3. And the first pitch just misses outside. So the Paducah and Madisonville series will move to Madisonville tomorrow night, where the Miners will have an opportunity to win the series, and then they will take on, or the winner of that series ultimately will travel to Henderson who finished the season with a 27-11 mark. Rhythm need a ground ball to a middle infielder. And they get a called strike at the knees. Cameron, I don't think, agreed with that. Tell you just can't put that Kuhn down. I mean, he is going to fight you and fight you. A couple of strikeouts in his first two at-bats, but then a single to right. Now an infield single puts him at first base. He is not running. That pitch has popped up back this way. Let's see if we can make a catch. Oh, it hits right off. Oh, and bounces right in front. Kaylin Sandell could have got that one, but she said no. Young girl. Uh-oh, she's not taking it to the Merch Pavilion, Chris. She is not taking that ball to the Merch Pavilion. Swing and a miss, and of course, in fire and security, strikeout. Sets down Cameron as Nick Causey comes to the plate. First strikeout for Brown. And there's the first out. Nick Causey 0 for 3. Brown comes in with a 1.20 ERA, which is the lowest on the Rhythm staff, as Kuhn causes a step off by Brown. But in my opinion, he does not have enough innings to be able to claim that he has the lowest ERA for full count. Trent Miller also a 1.80 ERA, but he's only delivered 15 innings in 6 appearances. Again, I don't think that's enough. That is lined out to center field. That will get down. Moses gets to it. But Kuhn had to wait to see if that ball was going to be caught by Kaysen Hill. It was not a hit as well as I thought it was, but Causey picks up his first hit. Ryan Sweeney is my pick for the lowest ERA on the club at 3.10 coming in, but that will be lowered with his 5 2/3 of 4-hit, 1-run pitching tonight. 90 pitches as he faced 22 batters. Jacob Lott at the plate, 0 for 3. Brown has given up an infield single and a little flare out to center field. Not hard contact, as that's going to get by from Zeller to the throw down to third. And it is late. Kuhn goes to the back of the bag. And is that a wild pitch? We're going to check it again. I think that's a wild pitch. Causey did not go to second. So runners are at the corners with 1 out. It's a tying run at third. Rhythm really need a double play ball here or a ground ball back to Brown. And didn't need that. Fly ball to deep center field. Back goes Moses. He's under it and makes the catch. Tagging from third is Kuhn, and he stands up to tie the ball game. Sac fly by Lott. And we are starting anew and afresh.
Third baseman, number 23, Ben Kaufman.
And that is out number 2. Brings Ben Kaufman to the plate. He's 1 for 3. So cancel the potential win by Ryan Sweeney to move him to 3-0. Zane Brown now the pitcher of record. Again, tough luck pitching for Zane. Runner goes, pitches, swinging strike, throw down there, gets by second baseman, but Moses comes in to keep Causey at second base. Another stolen bag. 0-1 count with 2 outs. Swinging a pop-up on the left side. Who's got it? Joel Chandler is not going to get this. This is going to land. Let it go. Let it go. That is going to be a pop-up single by Ben Kaufman to give the Rotors the lead. Joel Chandler had a dancing bear play right there. That was a high pop-up that he could not locate.
Right fielder, number 7, Easton Sullivan.
He got that as a single, right? Okay, an infield single. Drives in Causey from second base on the high pop-up. The Rotors lead 3-2. Swing and a miss by Easton Sullivan. Would not have expected that with Zane Brown on the mound. He has had a really good summer. Gets a wave and a miss there by number 7. 6'4", 195-pound right-hander. Played his first year at Cleveland State, then played the summer with Full Count Rhythm in the 2024 Prospect League, and he comes back and strikes out Sullivan on 3 straight pitches. Of course, in Fire and Security, strikeout for a second of the inning, but the Rotors take the lead with 2 runs on 3 hits, and combined might get one to the wall there with those 3 pitches or 3 hits. No errors in the inning, 1 runner left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 8th, Full Count will send 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. We'll see who comes out of the bullpen. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Got a pitching change for the Fulton Railroaders. Yair Cordero is on in relief of Luca Dickinson. Cordero from Jackson State Community College. Hometown is Luquillo, Puerto Rico. And I thought they had another. They do. Pedro Fuentes, also from Puerto Rico. Also a Jackson State Green Jay. They're teammates over there for head coach Michael Winders. There's 3 Hendersonville Commandos from right here at Hendersonville High School that I understand that are going to go play for the Jackson State Green Jays. Hudson Separulo is leading off for the 3rd time. He has popped out all 3 times. He's due. Who's got a yard card for Hudson Separulo? All right, Ava Dorn using her yard card right here for the newly married former Motlow State Buck, former Union Bulldog. I haven't given his biographical information out tonight yet. Mary Kate and Mimi are here. First pitch from Cordero in there for a called strike. Hudson, 6'5", 240 pounds, from Henry County High School, Paris, Tennessee. Sport management major. Son of Tommy and Mary Kate Separulo. Tommy in Jackson, Mary Kate in Paris, Tennessee. She's got 3 sisters, Michaela, Ella, and Emerson. Got a pawpaw in Jackson, And, of course, the famous Mimi in Paris and aunts and uncles in Lebanon, Tennessee, who have been to a couple of games. They might even be here tonight, not sure. His father is an ACC Division I umpire. He's also a criminal justice professor at Jackson State. 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed. And that I haven't seen Tommy all year. I've met him before. He's done a Ball State JUCO game before. It's where I originally met him, probably about 3 years ago. I think it was Hudson's freshman year at Union. But I need to find out what he did in law enforcement to get the professor job. So, Tommy, send me an email. Tell me what your background is. There's a ground ball to the left side. Thomas Kuhn has been steady Eddie, and he throws Separulo out. That's 3 times that he is challenged the shortstop for Jackson State. And he's down for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Rhythm down to their last 5 outs, trailing 3-2 over the Fulton Railroaders. Last time these two teams played, it was at Fulton. Full count won 11-3. As a AAA autoglass foul ball off the bat of Charlie Bozeman is 0 for 2 with a walk. Charlie is due. Look at Dickinson, 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs they were earned, walked 1. And the director's pulling a yard card right here for Charlie Bozeman. That's out to right center field. That's not going to leave the yard. Right fielder Easton Sullivan will handle that for the second out. Lost 2 yard cards and 2 batters here. Ryder Blanchard is being replaced by Edward McLeod, who is going to pinch hit in the DH role. Edward, a Sanford Bulldog. Hitting in place of Ryder Blanchard, who's 0 for 3 tonight. And McLeod, who does not mind swinging at the first pitch, waves and misses. He's staying in the host home with the Doug and Rebecca Dorn family. The best one. Playing in his 21st game. Hitting .279. He's got 19 hits. Includes 4 doubles. He's got a triple. Happened right here. I don't remember it, but I remember him running the bases. 11 RBIs. He does not have a home run. 2 balls and a strike. Yair Cordero on in relief of Luka Dickinson, who is the pitcher of record. He struck out 3. Popped up. That'll get out of play, and that is back over by the Tim Reese pickup truck on a bounce. You might need to be calling AAA Autoglass. Dylan Doris, I need your help. No, I don't think so. I think we're okay. On deck, Landon Rogers, who's 3 for 3. Edwards, just get on the sack. 2-2 pitch coming from Cordero. That's out to left field. Evan McCarthy back, and he makes the catch shy of the warning track. 1-2-3 inning for Cordero. The Rhythm, if they're going to win this one, it's going to have to be in a walk-off. The Roaders lead 3-2 as we head to the 9th. Drama. Change the channel? Nope, not here. We'll be right back.
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Zane Brown out for the top of the ninth. He'll face 7, 8, and 9 in the Rotors lineup. And Zane's job is to keep it at a one-run deficit for the Rhythm. 37th game of the year for the Rhythm. It is the 39th game of the year for Fulton, who came in 11 and 27, last place by a half game. They are giving Full Count all they want here in game one of the playoffs, as Rhythm are 20 and 3 all time in the OVL playoffs. Have won 3 championships, and until this year have always had the best record coming out of the regular season. Henderson Flash won the regular season with a 27 and 11 record. Full Count 21 and 15. We're 6 games back. Evan McCarthy, he's 1 for 3 at a big fly to right field in the third to give the Rotors the lead. Rhythm came back and took the lead as he lines this one out to left center field. Moses is going to have to play that one on a hop. McCarthy, 2 for 4. One of the newest Rotors on the roster. 8th hit now for the Rotors in the ball game. It's 4 now against Zane Brown. Caleb Warren, let's see if he's going to be asked to bunt. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. McCarthy a short lead at first. He's not asked to bunt, and strike call on the breaking pitch. Been a while since the Rhythm have turned a do-dat double play. And Chick-fil-A Rivergate shown up here in the press box. Thanks to Todd Hundley, our title sponsor. A couple of the Rotors players were asking, hey, what's on the menu tonight? What are we going to get? Because they know it's not just a hamburger from the concession stand or a hot dog. They're getting a true professional meal. Chick-fil-A Rivergate, 25 years or thereabouts. Got a bag of chips and one of the best cookies you're going to find in a bag. That is a Corson Fire and Security backward K, as Caleb Warren has the hat trick. 3rd strikeout of the game for Zane Brown. Now Jeremiah Bowman. Something being talked about down with Luis Maldonado, the first base umpire. Not sure what is going on. Do we have a new... This is number 32 at the plate, right? Yes. Thomas Kuhn on deck. The Rhythm would rather see him never again, or maybe tomorrow night in Fulton. That means Bowman's going to have to hit into an inning-ending double play, and the Rhythm are going to have to win the game in the bottom of the 9th. That's the card I'm playing. I'm going to play a double play card right here. Bowman 0 for 2 with a strikeout, a walk, a pop out. Runner started to go. He decides to not to, as old Mater would say. Tim Reese is the name, Fran, as Jackson Zeller will go out. And there's another Tim out there who's rooting for the Rotors. Tim 2023. That's not me. Can't remember what my YouTube chat name is. I had to chat with Mimi the other day. She had no sound on the broadcast the other night. I had to tell her, did you unplug it and plug it back in? I told her to turn it off and turn it back on. YouTube, that is. Jeremiah Bowman took another pitch right down the can. Not sure if he's being bothered by, I don't think that's Evan McCarthy at first base. That's a pinch runner. You think it is? You think that's still 18? Can't hear you. I got both my headphones on. Runner starts to go, does not. Throw down is one hopped. No, it's number 5. That's going to be Owen Phillips, who has come in the game as a pinch runner.
Running at first base is number 5, Owen Phillips.
And Owen Phillips, a former Cleveland State Cougar, was hearing from his dad the other day on the broadcast, and he says he has not made a decision on where he's going. Ground ball to third. Chandler has it over to second for 1. The relay, and there it is. A do-dat double play, just what the doctor ordered, and a double play yard card that is played off for the first time in Rhythm history. I believe that's the first time I've ever called a double play. And that was around the horn, 5-4-3. That ends the ninth, and that the top of the ninth, and that is good news for the Rhythm. That means we got to go to the bottom of the ninth and walk it off. We'll take a break and see what happens when we come back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This is Eli Reese. You are listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network. This is Lucy. You're listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network.
You're the director. You do what you want. Yair Cordero out to see if he can get the save for the Rotors and defeat the Rhythm for the first time in playoff history. Last year, these two teams faced off in the championship series at the end of the year. Did not go well for the Rotors. A 12-1 win here at DC3. That was a 7-inning run rule. And then a 12-2 7-inning run rule up at Fulton for their third championship. Full Count Rhythm got the victory. Yair Cordero is going to try to do something that Luka Dickinson could not do, and that's retire Landon Rogers, who's 3 for 3. Dickinson in line for what possibly would be, I guess, his 4th win. It's showing that he's 3-3 on the season. The problem is with the total stats and Game Changer, it shows that they finished the year 11-24. And we know that's not true. So somewhere along the line, 3 losses were not charged to Rotors pitchers. That doesn't happen with Ken Stegall in the scorer's table. Not when there's Tim Reese, the auditor, following up behind him. Ken's got a lot of stuff going on, but I am a stat nerd, and I like to make sure they're right. So, but I assume that the wins are right. What was that, Ken? Yeah, that's right. If you agree with it, you do. And most of the time, you do agree with it. This is the 10th appearance of the year for Cordero, and he's going to get that call on that outside corner. Rogers infield single in the 2nd. He doubled and scored in the 5th and singled to left in the 6th. His first 3-hit game of the year, and he's looking to become one of a few guys who's collected 4 hits in a game. 2 balls, 2 strike pitch. Misses low and away, and Full Count Ministries Full Count. We'll have, matter of fact, we'll go ahead after this batter, and we'll have the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. Delivered by Julie Sweeney, who's was here at the park. I assume she's still here. Full count pitch and a slow roller to short. Kuhn charges, gloves, throws, and gets Rogers by a half a step. Thomas Kuhn has been money at shortstop, and the Rhythm down to their final 2 outs. 2, 3.
Number 30, Jackson Zeller.
4, 5, 6 assists by Thomas Kuhn on groundouts. Jackson Zeller at the plate, 1 for 3. Is Cordero facing the bottom 3 of the Rhythm lineup. But they have 4 hits in their previous 9 at-bats. Is Ken Stegall going yard card? He says Jackson Zeller is going to tie it up with a dramatic home run. His would be his 3rd of the year. Oh, he had a slow breaking pitch there that lands just inside. Our Full Count Ministries verse of the game, Romans 1, verse 17. For in the gospel the righteousness of God is revealed, a righteousness that is by faith from first to last. Just as it is written, the righteous will live by faith. That's a pretty famous verse right there. I don't know that it's as famous as the one just in front of it, Romans 1:16, which Michael Lorenzen has tattooed on his forearm. But 1:17 is a good one. Thank you to Julie Sweeney for our Full Count Ministries verse of the game as the 1-2 pitch is fouled straight back. Zeller, another Knoxville native. He's a Farragut Admiral along with Charlie Bozeman, state champs. Zeller, a broadcaster for the Chat State Tigers this past year. While he redshirted. 1-2 pitch, misses low and away. 5'11", 185-pound rising redshirt freshman. He'll go to Roan State. Son of Richard and Amanda Zeller, brother to Colton. He's got grandparents in Dallas and in Knoxville. He calls them Grandpa and Grandma, both sets. He's staying in the host home with Fred Baldwin, along with third baseman Joel Chandler. He's on deck, and he has gone down looking. You can't take that pitch with 2 strikes. And the Rhythm down to their last out. First strikeout of the game for Cordero, and we're going to have a pinch hitter for Joel Chandler. A switch hitter, Barrett Brown, is going to step in. The younger brother of Zane Brown. His brother Zane is saying, all right, Barrett, let's go. I'm going to go have a yard card right now because you can't take him home. He drills one out to center field, over and making the catch to end the ball game is Jacob Lott. And the Rotors take game 1 in surprise fashion, 3-2, in a game that takes exactly 2 hours and 30 minutes. Fulton wins 3-2. 3 hits, 8 runs, or 3 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for the Rotors. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Rhythm. Luca Dickinson gets the victory, and I believe it's his 4th win. Not sure if he's got 3 losses or more, but Luke Dickinson picks up the victory. And Zane Brown will take the loss. The save goes to Yair Cordero. Let's see if he's got any saves. That's his 2nd save, according to Game Changer. Tonight's attendance, 220 folks in what could be the last home game of the year. The Rhythm are going to have to go to Fulton and take one from the Rotors and then come back here and win at home. So if Full Count's going to win round 1, it's going to take 3 games, but a 6-up and 6-down 2-inning relief appearance for Yair Cordero gets the job done for the Rotors. who for the first time this year defeat the Rhythm here at home. 1 run into third. That was the home run by Evan McCarthy. Then the Rhythm took the lead with a 2-run bottom of the 5th, but then 2 runs scored by the Rotors in the top of the 8th on a sac fly by Jacob Lott and an infield single on a pop-up. So the winning run for the Rotors scored on a pop-up to the third baseman that could not be located by Joel Chandler. It was a very, very high pop-up, and sometimes in the sky here in these lights, it's hard to see. Joel Chandler can catch a pop-up, folks. I'm not saying that he's not a good defender. He's an excellent defender, and it just didn't happen for him there, and just unfortunate for the Full Count Rhythm. But congratulations to the Rotors who get the victory in Game 1 of the first round of the playoffs. So both of the visitors defeat the home team tonight in the OVL first round, 13-3. The Madisonville Miners get the victory over the Paducah Chiefs, and the Rotors defeat the Rhythm 3-2 here at DC3. Our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game, we got Rogers, who goes 3 for 4, scores a run. And Ryan Sweeney goes 5 2/3 innings. We'll go Chick-fil-A Rivergate players of the game. Ryan Sweeney scatters 4 hits, does allow 1 run on that home run, strikes out 8 of the 22 batters he faces. He now has 55 strikeouts, which, folks, that actually leads the Ohio Valley League. I don't care what anybody says. He struck out the most batters in the league, and I've got the score sheets to prove it. Isn't that right, Ken Stegall? We have so we'll be traveling on the Anchor Transportation bus tomorrow to head to Fulton, go see my buddy Eddie Crittenden. And the Rotors will look to win another series. They won, I think there was a play-in game last year, and then they won a best-of-3 against Paducah Chiefs. They won 2 out of 3. Some drama in that series before they took on the Rhythm and were just overmatched in last year's series. But clearly they came ready to play tonight here in Hendersonville. Well, that'll do it. Anything else? Ken, you got anything else from the scorers table? Director Susan Reese, did I miss anything? For Josh Carmen, the general manager and head coach, and for the director and the rest of the Rhythm section up here in the press box, this is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for watching another edition of Full Count Rhythm Baseball right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Good night, everybody.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We'll see you next time right here on the Full Count Broadcast Network.